What's up, everybody? Welcome to day 14 of NoFap. The time is 9:04 a.m. It's pretty late compared to all the times that you would usually wake up. But I got caught up watching a lot of clips of a Christian pastor going to college campuses and debating students and teachers. I forgot his name, but it was very fascinating. His answers were very succinct and persuasive, but not only that, they were logical and very, very convincing. And I was impressed with the questions that he would get and his responses to them, because those are the questions he gets asked are very hard questions, and he always had a very good answer for it. A very biblically sound Christian answer. And so I got caught up watching that until like 2 a.m. So when I woke up to my 8 a.m. alarm, I turned off the alarm, and then I slipped back into bed, and I woke up at like 8:40 instead. So a little late for the day, but still going to the gym. Doesn't change anything. I just lose an hour, but that's fine because, well, I wasted an hour or two watching videos. So, and I think it was, I would say it was worth it just because of the knowledge I gained. But that makes me, I guess, it makes me think about my relationship and Christianity in general. That, you know, with all this time that I've been spending improving my life, I've not improved it spiritually as much as I would like it to. Now, I've been going to church. I've been, not last weekend though, because I was sick, but been going to church, we go to fellowship, we go to men's group, and doing all these things, but I haven't been doing my own independent time with, you know, spiritually growing. I've been trying to grow financially, I've been trying to grow with my body physically, I'm trying to grow with my career, but I haven't grown spiritually, and so I haven't grown much spiritually. I haven't been working on that, and that's something I also want to work on. So it was a good reminder. It was like, hey, you forgot about something that's way more important. So yeah, that was a good reminder. But for now, I'm going to be heading to the gym. Probably afterwards, I'll be spending more time with my spiritual growth. And tricep and chest day. One of my favorite days. I like working out my tricep. It's a huge muscle, but I don't know. I can work it out. Like I like to work it out pretty intensely, just because of how big it is. Same thing with abs. I try to do abs every day. A little bit of abs every day because of how big the muscle is. Nothing too intense if it is an ab and leg day, but yeah, definitely something I'd like to work. But anyway, I will update you guys in a bit, but for now, check out this workout. What's up, everybody? We're back. It is 10:40 p.m. late at night. I gotta tell you, my workout was super sweaty again, but I also have some pretty exciting news. I doubled, I don't think I doubled, I think I tripled my weights for triceps. And I noticed that my chest felt a lot stronger. And I think it was because I've been doing those push-ups every day. I think it's those push-ups that really helped. Those 20 push-ups every hour, or push-ups whenever I get urges. Those really helped because I had way more endurance. I had way more, just had way more endurance. It could also be the diet. I'm also feeling the effects of the diet as well. I'm feeling the switch from glucose to ketones. And thankfully, I recognize this process. When I was on keto, this was the process of like, it feels like I stood up really fast and all the blood rushed to my head. So, but it's light, it's not like that. It's not the feeling where I feel like I'm gonna pass out, but it is that light feeling of lightheadedness, and my fingers feel kind of numb. I'm constantly salivating because I want to eat something, but I'm not hungry. It's more of like a craving. So recognizing this process now, and because I've been through this process before, I know what to do. I'm excited that my body's starting to make that switch. But I know that today and a little bit of tomorrow is gonna suck. I think the day after that is going to start sucking too, because I'm going to be pretty lightheaded. I'm going to need to drink a lot of water, a lot more water than usual, because carbs usually holds in water. Since I have no carbs to hold in water, it's going to come straight out. It's just like I have noticed that I have been using the bathroom a lot more often because of this whole process, but that's a good thing. That is a good thing. That means I'm on the right track. So big update. So I am happy about that. I'm happy about my gym progress, and I'm happy about my body starting to transition to using ketones. Now, with that being said, I spent most of the day just working on my business, and I think giving up on my business was happening a little too soon, because when I realized that I didn't get the results that I wanted, and it's hard to get the results I wanted with the advertising because I didn't even realize it, but I've only been advertising for 4 days. I think what I'm going to shoot for is 2 to 3 weeks, and if my advertising hasn't gotten me any sales, then I'm probably going to have to shut down my store and find a new product to sell. So, knowing that, I think I'm a little bit more hopeful. I updated my store in a huge way. So I'm looking forward to seeing if that will change anything, if that'll work. But for the most part, I am a little bit more optimistic now of the future, because I only started uploading advertisements for 4 days, I want to be able to at least say that I tried, and 4 days is not enough, I don't think, to say that I have tried. I think that's just giving up sooner than that's not going to stop me from doing research on different products. That's not going to stop me from doing research on different ways to make enormous amount of money. But it's certainly a start it's a start of an attitude adjustment, a mindset change. I'm not seeing immediate results, then I gotta give up. That's something that I've struggled with my entire life, and I only started realizing now is not going to help me in the long run, because if I give up now, I'm not going to be able to achieve anything. If I don't slowly build, and I only accept instant wins, well then, how's that any different from me accepting instant gratification from everything I do? So I really want to work for it and test it and see if business-wise, if it can sell. And if not, well then back to the drawing board, and that's totally fine. But business-wise, I'm going to stick with my product for a little bit longer. So I learned a lot today about business, definitely. But yeah, that's pretty much my day. That's pretty much my day. Cooked some ground beef with some bacon and eggs. So good. I'm noticing that I'm killing my eggs really fast, but my meals are cheaper than getting food from outside, you know. I would look at I'd look at the sirloin steak I'd buy, and I'm like, $10 for sirloin steak, and then I remember, oh, I only eat sirloin steak. I only eat that sirloin steak, so it's a $10 meal. I'm like, that's worth it. That's pretty worth it. But yeah, still just eating meat. It's been very tasty, and it's also been very enjoyable. Because of the taste, and because to an extent I enjoy cooking. There's certainly other uses of my time, but yeah, I enjoy cooking. Anyway, I keep going on tangents. I need to make these. I want to make my tangents separate videos. I feel like that would be more helpful to digest, because if I keep changing topics constantly, then it feels kind of weird. I feel like if I'm going to have a topic to speak on, I should just make a separate video about it, which is why I'm starting to think over the content of my vlogs and the content of my videos. If I do have something I want to speak passionately about, I'm just gonna write it down and then be like, okay, I want to speak on this. So I'm gonna try that from here on out. So this is the last video that I'm gonna be going on tangents for. I'm going to be doing more traditional vlog stuff of just, hey, what's happening in my life, and then at the end of the day, answering your questions. And if I have a tangent I want to go on from answering your questions, then I'll keep a mental note of it, and then I'll record it in a separate video, and I'll talk about it. And it'll usually be my opinions about life stuff. So yeah. Speaking of, let's get to your questions. JD, hey man, sorry I've been busy recently. Your questions, I think I'll have an answer for next video. I'm super swamped with work. Hey man, totally fine. Keep on that grind, buddy. I'm with you. All the people in the comments are with you, man. We're with you 100%. Keep up the grind. Don't ever stop. I appreciate the comments and the questions, but hey man, you focus on what you gotta do. 100% focus on what you gotta do. That's most important. But it's good to know that you're all right. It's good to know you're cool. And the last question I asked was a super long one. I can't wait to hear Gray's answer to this. Happy Monk. Almost that 2-week milestone. It is a 2-week milestone. We're at the 2 weeks, baby. Checking in the end of day 3. Let's go, day 3. Starting to get some sinus issues also. Oh man. Hey man, work through it. There's something that I noticed, I was afraid to take cold showers. I was afraid to change my diet. I was afraid to work out while I was sick. And then I realized that none of that matters. Taking a cold shower, being sick, none of that matters. I mean, don't expose yourself to cold temperature for a long period of time. But the cold shower wasn't going to change anything. My diet wasn't going to change anything. And if anything, my diet would probably help me get better faster. But don't interrupt anything from your natural, day-to-day routine. Unless you, of course, getting some rest, because getting some good sleep is going to help with that. But yeah, if you're starting to get sick, sorry, man, that sucks. Face with FB Mog. That audition sounds like an awesome deal, dude. I need to start preparing for that audition. It is in 12 days, or 10 days, sorry. After today, it's gonna be 10 days. I've got a few things I need to prepare, some songs I need to prepare, but I am pretty excited for it because if I get this deal, well, I'm taking this vlog on an 8-month journey to wherever they want to send me on Royal Caribbean. So that'll be very exciting. Great. Here we go. Our postal trauma says me fat kids in college. Yeah. Middle school bullied a lot in PE. Classmates called me Tommy, fatty, other crap. High school bullying wasn't bad. Family was big. It's a big family classic. The tribal dance gave a lot of currents. Okay, nice. Point of high school was like, man, there was something fun of me. Binging myself in really great. That's rough. Yeah. Actually talking to me backstage. Don't know struggles. So you come with me to rec center. Nice. That's a bro you want to have. Blank position told me, I would repeat everything that you told me about yourself and your struggles while you're in this position. You can't stop until you're finished. That's my man. That guy. Ooh. The buff tribal leader. Ooh. That guy. Good move. Dude was crazy. This is the beginning of my life-changing journey. That guy and the man I performed with really helped. Nice, dude. Okay. I wanna comment on that. So bullying. If I was smarter and I had way better male role models in my life, well, the smarter doesn't count, actually. If I had way better male role models in my life, they probably would have told me, okay, well, are you? Are you fat? Well, here's the thing. I could equate that to being a socially awkward loner. Like, I was a socially awkward loner. I wish I got bullied because I was so alone. That's what got me into theater, actually. That's what got me into performing arts. But for a lot of high school, for a lot of middle school, for a lot of high school, I was alone most of the time. I didn't know who to sit with at lunch. I was too scared to approach people. Nobody wanted to approach me because they have already gotten into their friend groups. So I was alone for a lot of high school and a lot of middle school. I didn't talk to a whole lot of people and kind of drifted, ate lunch alone, did a lot of things alone. As soon as I got out of school, I went home and I would spend all day playing video games. And if I had a stronger male role model who recognized, okay, this guy's a loser, or this guy's a loner, he can't make friends, he doesn't know how to make friends, he's socially awkward when he goes up to people, he's too scared to fail, so he just won't try. I'm going to tell him to be brave. I'm going to sit him down and force him to talk to somebody new. I think as men, we need those kinds of people in our lives to tell us, to constantly push us to be better. And I wish I had more of that growing up, as positive male role models, who I wanted to be like, who I wanted to exemplify, and who would cheer me on in my victories, but also be realistic with me when I failed. Because if I did, I would probably have way more friends in high school. I wish somebody went up to me, told me, it's like, you're a loser. You're an absolute loser. You have no friends. You can't even talk to people. You don't know what to say to people. And right now, go up to somebody, introduce yourself, say hi, be a nice person, and if it scares the crap out of you, good. Good, it should scare the crap out of you because you've never done it before. If it's going to scare the crap out of you, it's a perfect time to do it. Because some of the best things in life are on the other side of fear. And, I wish I had somebody like, this is the last time I'm going to have this kind of tangent, but to reply to this, I wish I had somebody telling me and coaching me through all of that. Just like your friend who's coaching you through all of that. Bullying there's a reason why men bully each other. And I think it's a dominance thing, but it's also when you get bullied. I've gotten bullied a few times, but if I had been bullied for being a loner and being a nobody, at some point I would feel like crap. And then, well, I would feel like crap immediately afterwards. But at some point, I would be either so pissed or so, well, no, that's the only emotion I would want to show is being pissed because I can't do anything about it. But I would be so pissed that I would want to prove him wrong. And I would need somebody there to tell me, do you want to stay a loser? Do you want to stay a loner? Do you want to stay the person that can't even talk to a person, that can't even hold a conversation or let alone even eye contact? Do you want to be that person for the rest of your life? No? Well, then you're going to have to do something that scares you. You're going to have to go for it. And you're going to have to prove that jerkwad wrong. You're going to have to make sure that that every ammunition he could shoot at you will bounce right off of you. That is something that can be a benefit of bullying. Now, when girls bully each other, that's just messed up. But when it comes to men bullying other men, it is an opportunity to look at your flaws, to look at and you know, if they're bullying you for something and you look at yourself in the mirror and say they're right, if you look in the mirror and say they're stupid, they have no idea what they're talking about, then you can ignore them. But if you look at yourself in the mirror and you can see that they are right, that is an opportunity to change. That is an opportunity to be so pissed that they're right that you want to prove them wrong. And I think that's something I wish that I could channel earlier in my life, but I am glad that I have that knowledge now, because I used to think that I was ugly, and that's why that's why nobody would want to talk to me. But then I took a good look at myself one day and said, no, I'm not ugly. I look like pretty freaking good compared to a lot of people. And that gave me a lot of confidence during my junior year of high school, is when I started making a lot more friends, because I just had way more confidence. I was just talking to people, it's like, this guy's uglier than I am, or this girl's uglier than I am, but that doesn't matter to me, so I'm going to talk to them. So that's how I gained my confidence, but I wish somebody had told me that earlier so that I had more confidence back then. But the thing that matters now is that it happened, and I can talk to people. I can have a conversation with people. But yeah. That guy that is pushing you, that told you to come to the rec center, that told you to stay in that plank position, to keep reminding you of the pain that you suffered, to remind you of the pain that you had to endure from all the bullying, from all the bullying that you've done to yourself, from all the self-image issues that you've had, from all the despair that you felt. When you keep telling yourself that is fuel. The more pain that you suffer, as men, the more pain that we suffer, the more fuel we have to endure and survive and keep going. And I think that even though suffering sucks, I want to go through more if I still have things to learn. If I still have things to learn in my life, I will happily go through a worse emotional pain than I was when I was grieving during my first 3 attempts of NoFap. If I have to endure that to become a better man, I will. I want to, because I want to be a better man. I want to be the apex person that I can be. So, but I also want to surround myself with people that are like that. So that guy that brought you to the gym, that told you everything, keep that guy. Keep that guy around in your life. For sure, dude, that dude's a lifelong friend. And any guy that is around that philosophy, good people to be around. 100% good friends. 100% good friends. I want people like that in my life. So that is a blessing. Definitely a blessing. All right. Anyway, tangent over. Next time I do that, it's going to be in a different video. So that this video isn't like 30 minutes long. But Question for you today: who are the men you look up to in your life? There's a person that I look up to in my life that, spiritual leader wise, is a person. When I went to NorCal for a few days, just last week I believe. When I went to NorCal, I went to visit him, and it was a Bible camp, and he basically owns the Bible camp, and he juggles a business, a family, as well as all the things that he does for his church, all the things that he does, and he's an example of, and as well as leading devotions and leading a bunch of his employees who are very young, high school aged employees, to serving the Lord. And he's a very, well, I would consider him a very well-rounded Christian. And I look at him, I look up to him as a spiritual leader. The men I also look up to in my life, or at least around me, that's rough, because I live in California. The male role models here are difficult to have. I look up to my father to an extent. I wish he was a little bit more assertive with me, with our entire family, but what I respect about my father is his work ethic. I look up to his work ethic, because he is that man is constantly working. That man is constantly trying to build something for me and for his family. And I've rarely seen him take a break unless it's on vacation. But even on vacation, he takes his laptop with him. He's working on something. He is I believe, a computer engineer. He works with computers, and he is also a pastor for a church. So when he's not working, he's writing up sermons. And when he's not writing up sermons, he's working. So the work ethic he has, in the spiritual sense and in the job sense, is phenomenal. And when he's not working on those two things, he's improving the house. He goes to the hardware store. He goes to Lowe's or Home Depot, and he grabs a bunch of supplies, and he says, you know what? I bet I can make this thing in my house work better or look prettier. And he does it. He does it by himself. I helped him with a back porch. He designed and built an entire back porch by himself. He did not get any help from my brothers. And I saw what he was doing, and anytime I was at home, I got to go from LA to the Bay Area, and I got to see my family, and I saw he was working on the back porch. I wanted to help him, and he allowed me to help him. But for the most part, he did it alone. He never asked for help. Out of my free will, I said I wanted to help him. But my brothers didn't help him. My mom helped him a little bit, very little, but she was making the house. My dad's work ethic is insane. It's an insane amount of work ethic. And I look up to that. I respect my dad for that. I just wish he was a little bit more assertive when it comes to his household. But at the same time, I cannot, I look up to him. He is, when it comes to work ethic, he's my hero. When it comes to spirituality, it is the man that I described in my, that works at the Bible camp that I worked at last week. I look up to him, spiritually. But I guess that would be it. Because I'm new to this whole lifestyle, because of this lifestyle change that I've made, I would say that a lot of my old friends, out of all of them, three of them I know would I know all of my friends that I that I still have, but I haven't talked to in a while. I know that all of them would be happy for me in this new journey of my life, this new chapter of my life. But I only know one of them would be able to walk it with me. Everybody else, I think, are currently living a lifestyle that I no longer align myself with, which is playing video games all day. And I no longer align myself with that lifestyle. Which takes me away from them. And I love them dearly and I miss them very much. But at the same time, I don't play video games anymore. I haven't played a video game since July 1st. So I haven't played a video game in like a month. No, not even July 1st. I think June 22nd. I just checked. So it's been a long time since I played a video game. And they're playing video games constantly. So I don't know how I got on this tangent. I need to save this for another video. It's getting late. I'm gonna save it for another video. But yeah, to answer your question, I have two men. Two men in my life that I look up to. My father and my old boss that I used to work for. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I thank you for all your comments. Good to see you, FB Monk. Not a new commenter, but you know, it's good to see new people that don't the people that are common commenters. Because the common commenters are JD and Gray. I appreciate them very much. But I also like to thank you for your comments. If you have any questions you want to ask me, let me know. But my question for everybody today, and of course I didn't prepare for it. Of course not. Why would I prepare? Why I'll just hit record and start recording. But my question for everybody today is, That's a good question, actually, Gray. My question for you today is, this one's a yes or no question. This is probably gonna be I mean, you could elaborate if you'd like to or not, but do you have friends that give you positive peer pressure? I don't. Do you have friends that give you positive peer pressure? I want you to and if you don't, well then they can be difficult to find, but I encourage you to find them. I have friends that give me positive. I had friends that give me positive peer pressure, not when it came to working out, and not when it came to career and being successful. And I want to find those friends, but I have friends that give me positive peer pressure spiritually. That I have friends that challenge me to read and look into the Bible, that tell me to memorize verses, that tell me this book in the Bible is so good, that want me to do more things for the church. And it's positive peer pressure because they're all doing it. They're all doing it, and they're having a great time doing it, and I want to join them. So those are the friends that I love having. But I would also like to have those friends that are positive peer pressure, that can give me positive peer pressure to succeed in my career, and to succeed in my business, and to succeed at working out. So I'm still looking for them. But I am grateful for the friends that I have that are pushing me to be closer to the Lord. And I think those are very important friends to have as well. So, yeah, do you have any friends that give you positive peer pressure? That's my question for today. But other than that, it's getting late. This video's gone on super long. Starting from now, if I am going to go on a tangent, I will remember the topic in my head, or I'll write it down on my computer because I'm just sitting next to the computer every time. And I will update, and I will make a video on that topic. I think that'll be really cool, so that I could differentiate, here's the vlogs and here's the topics of what I want to talk about, so this video doesn't have to be almost 30. It's 30 minutes. It's over 30 minutes. But thank you all for watching. Stay strong, stay focused. I'm with you guys. I know you guys are with me. Peace out.